Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to discuss some leaks that I've just received. And this leak is quite shocking, especially since it comes from a fairly reliable source, namely HomDGCat. Alright, let's not waste any time and get right into it. So, the leak we're going to discuss is a new feature in version 3.5, character path change in combat. Based on a reliable leak from HomDGCat, version 3.5 of Honkai starrail will introduce a truly fresh feature, namely the ability to detect character path change in combat. Yes, you read that right. HomDGCat seems to want to break the rigid boundaries that have so far tied characters to a single path. This feature allows characters to switch paths in the middle of combat, opening up opportunities for far more dynamic and unpredictable strategies. Imagine a situation where your favorite character, who is usually tied to a path like destruction or preservation, can suddenly switch to harmony or nihility in the middle of a battle. This isn't just a cosmetic change, it's something new in the game mechanics. The turn-based combat that already feels intense in Honkai starrail will now become even crazier, with nearly limitless strategic combinations. HomDGCat seems to want to ensure that every battle feels fresh and challenging, even for veteran players. However, like all great things, this feature also brings big questions. What happens to light cones if characters can switch paths? Light cones have so far been designed specifically to support a particular path, with very specific effects. For example, Anax's light cone, which is famously super niche, almost as if it was made specifically with a character's IP address in mind. If characters can switch paths, will light cones also adapt dynamically? Or will we be forced to use super specific light cones that only work for certain paths, making gear management more complicated? There's speculation that HomDGCat might introduce a new system that allows light cones to adapt to a character's active path, either automatically or through settings outside of combat. However, if they don't allow dynamic adjustments like this, we might enter an era of very strict gear requirements. Imagine having to prepare multiple light cones for a single character just to support the various paths they can take. This could be a nightmare, especially for paths like Remembrance, which are already notorious for being the most greedy in terms of light cone economy. The current cone system for Remembrance is already painful enough, with its high material requirements and specificity. If this feature isn't balanced with a flexible mechanism, we might see the player community complaining louder than usual. On the other hand, if HomDGCat manages to implement this system well, for example, by allowing players to assign light cones based on their active path outside of battle, then this could be a major step toward greater flexibility in the game. Imagine how exciting it would be to design strategies where characters can switch from DPS to support or even tank in a single battle. This would make every team composition more varied and interesting, while also increasing the game's replayability. Okay, that's all for now, everyone. So, what are your thoughts on this information? Write your opinions in the comments section. And don't forget to share this information with your friends who also play Honkai starrail. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on other important updates. See you in the next update.